Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to flip a lawnmower for profit. And if you want to know how to get a lawnmower or what to look for, watch a video I posted in the right hand corner about what to look for when buying a lawnmower. So without further ado, let's get right into things here. So here's the lawnmower in question. I just picked it up for 40 Canadian dollars, and anyway, let's start the flipping process of this thing. So usually what I would do first is try to start it. But since I was messing with things and I noticed the air filter cover down here is loose, I think first of all we should just clean the carburetor right off the bat so that we have the best chances of getting it working. So let's do that, and then I'll show you guys what to do after we get it running. And I already have a video about how to clean the carburetor on this style engine, so I'm not going to show it on camera. But if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I will try to answer them the best I can. Well, here's a good sight. Not really. Here's the air filter that came out of it when I took this cover off, so that's good. So we're definitely going to have to replace that. Okay, guys, so I got the carburetor back on, and I was about ready to start it, but then I thought we should check for spark. So I've zip-tied the handlebar back, and now I'm going to pull the pull cord over, and we're going to have to watch right here to see if it sparks. Which it does, so that's a good sign. Now let's take it outside and see if it starts. Okay, so I've got it outside. Now let's see if it'll start. Put the zip tie from the handlebar from earlier. And I'm going to spray a little bit of carb cleaner in the carburetor to help it out in case it doesn't work. That's probably good enough. Now let's see if it'll start. It's not starting. That's kind of interesting. So maybe it's not getting in the cylinder. I'm going to take the spark plug out next and spray it in the cylinder and see if that works. Alright, let's try it again. I just sprayed it in the cylinder through the spark plug. Almost. Wait, what's that noise? It sounds weird. Let me try spraying some more, I guess. It sounds kind of strange. You guys hear that, like, weird noise? Big drink. Okay, so the first step of how to flip a lawnmower is complete, which is getting the engine running. Next thing we're going to do is I'm going to button everything up off camera, and then we're going to change the oil, which is, I'm going to do it off camera as well, because I guess counts as getting the engine running. And then, after I do the engine things, we're going to give it a wash, and then I'm going to show you guys how to write an ad properly to sell a lawnmower. Really good. Okay guys, so before I drain the oil, we're going to remove the blade and sharpen it, and then I'm going to drain the oil out. Okay guys, so to sharpen the blade, I'm only going to show you this on the one side, but anyway, I like to use my angle grinder with a flap disc, and make sure that you wear your safety glasses when you do this. Also, make sure that you take about the same number of passes off on each side to make sure the blade is pretty much balanced, and I'll show you guys how to balance it after I just check. So basically all I'm going to do is go like this. I'm going to go like that for the whole sharpened part here for both sides, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so I sharpened it. Now to balance it, I like to use an extension or something that I stick in the vise. Then I just hang the blade from the center hole on the extension and watch to see if it falls. And it's okay. I mean, like, there's a little bit more weight on this side, so I might take some off of it, and I'll show you guys if I get it like pretty much balanced. Okay, so that's as good as I'm going to get it. I mean, it doesn't need to be perfectly balanced because, let's be honest, guys. Let's be real here. It's just a lawnmower and, like, not a spaceship, okay? So it doesn't need to be, like, 100% 50-50 balance. This is good enough. And, I mean, yeah. Like, a shop might make it perfectly balanced because they're doing it for a customer. But if you're just going to resell it, it doesn't need to be, like, perfectly balanced. Anyway, so now I'm going to reinstall the blade on the lawnmower. And then, after I change the oil, we're going to clean it up. And that's going to be the next step about how to flip a lawnmower. Okay guys, so the first couple steps are done, which is getting the engine running. That's the main one. Getting the engine running, sharpening the blade. are the first two steps to getting or to how to flip a lawnmower. Now, the next one, and probably my favorite one, is going to be cleaning the lawnmower. And trust me, this doesn't have to be complicated. So all I usually use is some degreaser and spray it on there and wash it off. So now, I'll get you guys some time lapse and we'll clean the lawnmower and the bag. Okay, so now that it's all washed, we're gonna see if it'll restart. And then after we see if it'll restart, we're going to make the pull string go up to this little hanger here. I mean, it's not necessary, but it's something I want to do. Anyway, let's see if it'll start. Might have to give it quite a few primes and pulls because I think I got some water in the engine, so that should be okay for now. Let's see here. Let me get some carb spray in the intake. All right, I just sprayed some carb spray in the intake. Now let's see if it'll start. All right, so there's some water in the exhaust, so we'll let it run for a bit and clean it out. All right, so I just put the pull string in the little holder. Now let's put the bag on and see if it works with the bag. Bring this up here. I'm not sure actually where this hook's on, so it might take me a minute to figure it out, but I think it hooks onto here. I'll figure it out and then I'll show you guys. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so I just got the bag on and I figured out that the little hooks go on these little things right there, and that this little thing here holds on the bag, and I gotta tighten it up. So anyway, now let's start it again and see if the bag like inflates and looks kind of cool. Sweet. Alright you guys, so now we're on the last step of doing the lawnmower flipping process, which is going to be lubricating pretty much anything that has to move, like the height adjusters, bail bar, and other things. So now I'll put you on time lapse again, and I'll just do a quick run around of lubricating things, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay guys, so that's going to be pretty much everything about how to flip your lawnmower. So I'll leave a description, or a checklist in the description about the things that you should do, like changing the oil, getting the engine running good, air filter, things like that, cleaning it up. So I'll leave the checklist in the description below. And if you have any tips or tricks that you guys do, leave it as well, because I might even add it to the checklist. So anyway, that's gonna do it for how to flip a lawnmower for cash. And I will leave images of ads about this one that I make, like when I sell it, so you know kind of how much I priced it for and kind of why. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have an awesome weekend.